everyone, and welcome to your reading welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm Mary Trimble with your readings for the week of September the 17th through September the 23rd, and we are going to say goodbye to Virgo and hello to Libra. I just want to keep you or to inform you that my mother transitioned this past week on September the 13th, and in her sleep. So she's at peace, and I've been in solitude and meditation for the last couple of days, but I really want to give these readings in her honor. So I'm sorry, I must move on. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And without further ado, in honor of my mum, Mary Trimble, I'm sorry. I'm going to continue with these readings, and I've meditated a long time, and I know that she's with me and she's giving me strength and courage. So okay, here we go. Let's focus. So I start, those of you who haven't been here before, welcome. I'm so sorry that I'm like an emotional wreck. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate you. I hope that you like these readings, and I hope that you'll return. And those of you returning, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support and consistently commenting and liking and all that good stuff. Thank you. So this week we have kind of a lot going on, and on the 18th we have Mars square to Pluto, Uranus. So yeah, excuse any mistakes, I'm a little fuzzy this week. So Mars square to Uranus. This could be, Mars is the planet of action. It can be it's known also as the planet of war, so we can be irritated sometimes. Mars can give us the we can I'm sorry, my dog. Hey Sparky. He's really helped me through this difficult situation. Come say hello to everyone. I'm sorry. Say hello. Look, there you go. Hi, he's my love. Mwah. I've been in solitude with Sparky, so I haven't been totally in solitude. Mwah. I love you, darling. Go back down. Now you've said hello to everyone. I know, I love you. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so Mars can have us kind of reacting and sometimes saying things without thinking, and quick to anger, but it also can give us the inspiration to get up and go and do things. And Uranus is the planet of sudden happenings, right? So we could have some surprises, coming up this week. When it's square, it's such a challenging aspect, but what that means is there's kind of lessons to learn. I always think that squares aren't really negative aspects. They kind of shake us up, right? And they kind of get us. Life would be boring without some kind of I don't want to say conflict, but maybe conflict, yes, without some kind of controversy or something that's going to get us up and look at things in a different way, or react differently, or learn from. So now, on the 20th, Sun is conjunct Mercury, and that is, that means it's right next to it, right? So it's illuminating. They're illuminating each other in a way. So the Sun is shining on Mercury, and Mercury is the planet of thought, of intellect, of communication. So I always think that this is a lovely time for communication. It's a good time for writing. It's a good time for publishing. It's a good time to go out connect with people, and also to contemplate and get really amazing ideas. And then on the 21st, Mercury moves into Libra. Libra, of course, is the scales, it's balance, it's seeing things from every perspective. And I feel that Mercury is, as I said before, the planet of communications. Maybe it can kind of, Mercury can have us thinking in a 180 degree. We can think of all kinds of possibilities. And then on the 22nd, the sun moves into Libra. Happy birthday, Libra. And so the 23rd, Mercury trines Mars. Now, where it was, it's a really, Mercury can give us these brilliant ideas, and it's in a really beautiful relationship with Mars. So then Mars can actually, have us carrying out those ideas, get us in action to work on those ideas. So look, I'm making it very short and sweet. I just kind of did that on the spur of the moment. I didn't take any notes, so except just to what the aspects were. And so without further ado, let's go to your card, shall we? Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your reading for September the 17th through September the 23rd. This is in honor of my mum, to celebrate her life. That's why I'm doing these readings this week, instead of just, sitting at home moping. Anyway, Scorpio, the first card out for you is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords indicates that you're not seeing the truth in a situation the way, you might be seeing your truth that you think is the truth, but there's spirits here, I'm itching my nose. There is something going on that you're not seeing the truth, or you're not admitting the truth to yourself. And I'm saying that because clarifying it is the Four of Pentacles. It means you're holding on to something. You're holding on to maybe a resentment, and some kind of issue that's not enabling you to look at this honestly for yourself. This is a decision to make for you, Scorpio, and there's someone here has got a blindfold and a decision, and they're blocked. So they're refusing. It's almost like they're refusing to see the truth, right? So this, to me, I always think of denial, I mean, look, we lie to ourselves more than we lie to anyone else. We can all be in denial. It's a natural form. Sometimes it's a survival mode sometimes, or sometimes it's because we're hanging on to something, an idea of something, that we stay in this place of not seeing the truth around us. When the Two of Swords comes into a reading, it's saying it's time to look at the truth in the situation. I'm so sorry. It's time to look at the truth in a situation, Scorpio. And the next card is the Lovers. Now, in this deck, I love it. Look, all that passion. There's so much passion within you that you want to kind of release in the world. You've got that deep, deep, wonderful, intense passion and love. And on the other hand, you also have that shadow side. And this is saying, don't deny that shadow side. That shadow side is part of you, darling. Embrace it. You have it. Embrace it. You can't check. We all have a shadow side. We all have a shadow side. And it's important to acknowledge it and embrace it, Just don't let it take over. So look at this. Clarifying it, you've got the Lovers card again. And it's interesting because in this card, the Lovers are kind of separate, right? With, I guess, an angel or God in between them. What I get when I look at this card is that I feel that you may be struggling in your relationship. For those of you in relationships, right? You may be struggling a little because there seems to be passion one minute, there's kind of intimacy and passion, but then there isn't. But it's not like there isn't, but it's almost like you have to kind of be less intense, if you will. Scorpio, and to kind of put spirit first, spirituality first. And if you're an atheist and you're not that way inclined, then principles, put your principles first. And it's about not taking things so personally and being so hurt by little things, like somebody might be busy in your relationship and they're not giving you the tension and the passion and that connection that you know, that's what you need. You're a Scorpio, darling. You want that deep connection, that intensity 24/7. A lot of people can't live up to that. You know, it's hard. So if you can understand that, and you can come at this and not feel so hurt when someone can't be as intense all the time, I feel that you really will have a wonderful relationship. You're going to find some balance in it. And this really is putting yourself in the other person's shoes. So always put yourself in the other person's shoes and try to be as kind as possible. And you have 3 cards next, okay? I'm sorry, my nose is going 10 to the dozen. Spirit is letting me know. So you've got the 8 of Swords, right? And the 8 of Swords means that you're feeling trapped. You're feeling kind of trapped in some way. You're not kind of completely happy, and you want to look at what's not working. And also another blindfold. You're not seeing the truth. You're not really trapped. It's an illusion. It's in your head. So this whole situation is kind of in your head, Scorpio. You're not trapped in this situation at all, but you really think you are, and you're believing it. But that's an illusion, because that's what the 8 of Swords means. And then you've got the Page of Swords, and I have a feeling that the Page of Swords, 2 things comes up for the meanings for the Page of Swords. One is that, the pages are messengers, right? So the messengers of swords, it's the intellect, it's the mind. It's all about the truth. It's about being honest, and sometimes honest to the point of, it's brutal honesty, right? Somebody might tell you something that you don't want to hear, or in a way that you don't want to hear it. I feel that you're getting kind of the truth somewhere and you don't want to look at it, and it's almost like you'd rather shoot the messenger than listen to that. Sometimes we just have to step back, even when we hear something. Sometimes people will say things to me and I'm like, pfft. And then I kind of retreat. I don't react. And then I think, well, you know what? Let me look at what part can I own? It's about looking at what part you can own, right? Now, next to that, you've got 3 cards here, darling, and you've got the Judgment card. This is karmic. This is karmic energy. I have a feeling that karma is at play here, and it's really important. Things are going to come up for you this week. Things are going to come out, and they're going to come up, and it's about bringing that stuff up, letting it into the light. All that dark stuff. Let it come out into the light. Let it be healed by the sunlight. This to me is also about a healing. So I have a feeling this can be secrets that are coming out. This can be truths that somebody's told someone else that you didn't want them to know necessarily. But I always feel that it's this. I'm going to tell you why I think it's really good that this stuff comes up for you and it comes out in the open. Because clarifying it, you have 2 cards. 2 wonderful cards. You've got the 10 of Cups, which is happy family, all your needs being met. It's just beautiful. This is just, to me, it's heaven on earth, right? It's emotional fulfillment. It's really feeling good. And then you've got the 3 of Cups. This is celebration, darling. This is looking for the magic in every moment. I feel that you have to come out of this energy of feeling stuck. And also, remember, you could be the messenger yourself and be really harsh. Sometimes the page is saying, you may hear something you don't want to hear. And in fact, what I am getting, it could be something that you hear that you don't want to hear, and you might lash back. That little sting that you have at the end of your time? You might say something just in a reaction to it that's hurtful. But this truth has come to you because it's not intended to hurt you, but it does hurt you. Sometimes this information does hurt us, but you have to try to look at the intention, right? Try to look at the intention behind the truth. And this has got to be brought up, because this is going to be healed, I feel. You're going to have an opportunity to heal this, to deal with it differently, and to change. How wonderful is that? And look at the result, darling. Happy family and celebration. You can look at see the magic in every moment. Don't forget to have fun. Lighten up, Scorpio. Lighten up this week. You know, it's about celebrating the magic in every moment. It's about, you know, going out with the girls or going out with the guys, whatever it is. It's like, don't forget to have fun, because this is here for you. Go get it. Scorpio, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like my video, share it on your social media, and subscribe if you haven't already. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.